Hey everybody, Eric Brady with Seattle Sound Home Inspections today. Just looking at some MDF, medium density fiberboard. It comes in these different trim shapes, you can see that there. Profiles, they call that. It's essentially, if a layman were to look at this, they would say, well, that's basically cardboard, and you can see on this end, yeah, it is. They use waste material from mills, essentially press this together. We used to call it press board or particle board. This is just a new generation of it where it's a little bit more like paper, and that keeps it together. But you can see this has gotten wet here. You can see that when it gets wet, it just comes apart. And it's just completely soft and it's swollen up. That was at one point the same thickness as this over here. So we don't recommend it for wet locations in the home, kitchen, bathroom, porches, patios, entryways, anywhere where you're going to have water, laundry rooms, basements even, just anywhere where you're really going to have any chance of water. This was about a month's worth of water coming off of a window in one of our rental properties. So you can see that it will just really go quickly. In fact, we get some gray staining here. Not particularly concerning. We just have some food here and we have some moisture, and so we've got some organic growth there. That's not to say that you're going to have that anywhere where this is. We often find this in newer construction homes or remodels. Contractors love it. It's cheap. It's a few 10-20 cents a linear foot, whereas the other material products you're looking at are maybe double that, maybe triple that, so you're looking at $1 a linear foot for other materials. As a homeowner, I'd rather have the nicer materials. As a contractor, they're going to want to put in whatever's the quickest and easiest. This is a nice product because it accepts paint really well, it cuts well, and you don't have to paint it a lot, and it actually will come pre-finished. You can see this was in fact pre-finished and the backside is unfinished. So not great for damp locations. Other options are PVC. This is just a different shape. They actually make this in the same shape as this over here. This is called Colonial, and this is just a square board. This is trim piece that I used around a doorway in a basement. I just went all with PVC because it's my own home. You can see it's just a plastic. It's solid all the way through. It comes in white. You can have any color you want as long as it's white. You do have to sand this up a little bit before you paint it, but it is really, it's inorganic, so there's nothing that can eat it and grow on it or in it, and so we like it for that. A little bit more expensive. This stuff is actually fairly heavy, and when you get a long piece of it, it gets really floppy, so it's kind of hard to put in the back of your pickup truck, things like that, so contractors don't like that. The next generation of materials that we had that are inorganic is this foam material. You know, at the store they don't actually say what this material is. I believe it's polyurethane. And I'm able to just, if I press on it, I can make dents in it with my finger. So we wouldn't want this in a high traffic location, but this is somewhere between the cost of the PVC and the MDF. So it's cheaper. It's not quite as floppy as the PVC, so we like that about it. And it's inorganic, so again, we're not going to have as many potential problems with rot and you know, other fungus and bacteria or whatever living on the material. So the next generation of that last material is this. Again, it really feels very much just like the last one, but it's a little bit more rigid, and this one I cannot dent with my fingernail, so a little bit better for high traffic locations. In fact, you can see this is the Colonial Profile, and that's what, this is the MDF. That's what I replaced this MDF that just got trashed in a matter of just a few days of water being on it. So bathroom locations, things like that, it's pretty straightforward. You can cut all of these materials with your regular woodworking tools. So you don't need any special tools. It takes paint readily. You do have to sand these plastic materials if you really want a good adhesion with your paint. Always recommend a high quality paint for that. So we do find this in bathrooms all the time. I've seen it in multi-million-dollar homes. I've seen it in affordable trailers. So what to do about it? Well, the first thing is keep it painted, keep it dry. As far as around a bathroom, it's not uncommon for us to see a little bit of this swelling going on around a shower area, especially homes, family homes that have had children in them. You know, bath time can be quite messy, my friends tell me. And my kids, for the most part, are not really messy, but this stuff is just not very forgiving. So if you do have this material, we're talking a few dollars worth of materials. If you're willing to swing a hammer and run a saw, this is really something a homeowner can tackle themselves. If you can't keep it dry and you do get this swelling over time, swapping it straight out for something, you don't even have to paint this material. It's already pre-painted for you as long as you're happy with white. You just cut it to length and you know, take out the old material and nail it down. You don't even need a specialized nailer. You can use finish nails and a hammer. And you know, you wouldn't want to hammer it all the way down. You put some dents in here. We'd use something to space it apart. Nail punch. There's a couple other terms for it. But anyway, so a really good option for homeowners out there. If I call MDF in your home inspection, it's really not a big deal. More than anything, I just want you to know it's there so that so you can try and keep it dry. And if you can't keep it dry, then you are going to have some normal homeowner repairs going on there. Really common. So should not be surprised by that. And you know, if you were to say go look at another house, likelihood is very high that the very next house you're going to look at is going to have this MDF material in the bathroom. I don't know why contractors don't know it. Well, that's not true. I do know why contractors do it. It's because it's what they have on the truck and it's easy to install and they don't necessarily know any better. Anyways, I hope you're having a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.